Right, good afternoon guys, so welcome to another video. We're going to be doing the headliner in this one. I'll show you what I mean. It's a little bit dark in here. As you can see, it's all dropped and saggy. So we're going to redo the headliner. I've got some blue Alcantara style headliner material I got off eBay. But we need to get this old stuff out first. All you need to do that is to take these grab handles off, pull down the trims at the back here, in the middle and at the front, remove your sun visors and whatever centre lights and dome lights we've got in the middle, and in this one we've got a couple of little poppers either side just to hold it up, and hopefully we can drag it out. Alright, now the headliner's out. You can see all the condensation in there where that was been sat outside, which is not good. But the headliner's out. We did have one screw for grab handle that didn't want to come out, so I had to drill that one out, but the rest was absolutely fine. And then you just pull it out the back, basically straight out of the boot. This is obviously a hatch model. Not too sure what you'd do on a saloon model. Struggle, I guess. But there we go. So that's the headliner. You can see all the ripples and stuff. And once I pull these little pins out, the whole headliner is just sagged so much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull all this off. I've done one or two of these before. And you've got this foam at the back here, which you have to sort of brush off. Might get Henry on there, and let's see, a bit of a tedious project, but I'll get all this off, I'll get all this foam off, and I'll come back to you. Right, we've got all this cleaned off now. What I used in the end was a wire brush that literally peeled it off super easy, and I just hoovered it up with old Henry, and I just gave it a wipe over with some thinners as well to get rid of all the residue glue that might be on there. So this is the headliner material that I got. It's like an Alcantara effect type thing, but it's a foam backed one. It's actually headliner material. You can see it's foam backed. As it says, actual headliner material. So I'm going to cut that to length, and then we're going to start gluing it on. Now the glue that I use is this Loctite stuff, and it is actually headliner adhesive. Now I used to use the Evo stick stuff, the high temperature stuff, but when it's outside in the sun, it sometimes became unstuck in certain places. So I don't know why that is, but the last one I did was absolutely fine. But this one I'm going to have a go with this Loctite headliner adhesive, maximum strength apparently. The only thing that we'll need is a pair of scissors and a roller. So I'm just going to get that all cut to size and laid out, and then we'll get to gluing. Right, so just reading the directions, make sure all surfaces are clean and dry and free from any contaminants. Turn nozzle to spray pattern, hold can 6 to 8 inches from work surface, apply 2 to 3 uniform overlapping coats, allow a minimum of 5 minutes drying time between coats, apply additional coats in opposite directions from first, allow adhesive to dry for 5 minutes or until tacky before setting, press surfaces together with uniform pressure, eliminating air pockets. Now don't say whether I need to put it onto the backing board or the headliner or both. So I think I'm going to do a couple of coats on both the headliner and the backing board and see what happens really. But we're going to split it into two halves anyway, and do the first half and then do the second half, just make it a bit more manageable. Right, it's just the first coat. We'll let that go off for 5 minutes as recommended, and then apply another coat, and then do a third coat, and then hopefully we'll stick it together.
A few minutes later.
Right, so I've got some glue on there now. It's been 5 minutes and it's quite tacky. So applying the glue, I went this way, and then I went that way on the second coat, and then I sort of done a diagonal on the third coat. So now hopefully that we can pull the headline and back over and get it set. You want to work your way from the middle to the outside. So yeah, you can see there, zoom out a little bit, that this foam backed headliner do like to crease. So I'm just going to pull out most of them creases if I can, and move on and do the back bit, and hopefully I can show you the finished product.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Right, we're all back in now. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain. There's a couple of little wrinkles in it around the edges. It's just because it's a foam backed headliner, and when you glue it you've got to be extra careful not to stick the foam together, because that's where the wrinkles come in. But it's okay, it's passable. As you can see, it's almost the right colour to the seats, which is good. Yeah, so that's it really. Nothing too dramatic. We'll just have to see if the glue sticks or if it continues to sag like the last ones did. I mean, I've done everything as by the label on the can, so we will see. Only time will tell, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.